in the tradition of R&B love making songs, it's usually the man who is soliciting instructions. It felt like Janet was like, what do you like? Do you need a safe word? Do you need this? Do you need that? And if I do it the way you want it again? Hey, we all adults here. We're all adults here. We've all been down that road. Hopefully, I think we've all been down that road. I miss going down that road, to be quite honest with you. What's going on, everybody? You're right on time for another ride on the Groove Line with your boy Chris Stevens. Hopefully, your week is going well. We've reached the midpoint of the week, and as you know, here on Wednesdays, we like to get over the hump with a song that maybe makes you want to hump. But regardless of that, today we're going to look back on a song that was released as a single 30 years ago today. That's right, March 25th, 1996. We're talking about 24 Play from Janet Jackson, and it was from the Design of a Decade compilation, which covers her music from 1986 to 1996, even though the album was released in the fall of 95. I guess it was just a way of letting people know that, hey, it's been almost 10 years since Janet came out with Control, and we are celebrating her independence as an artist with the best songs from Control, Rhythm Nation, Janet, and this new collaboration. In 24 Play, this is a song that is a dividing line for Janet Jackson fans, because there's an album version and then there is a Quiet Storm mix that is the video version. If you guys are not familiar with the 24 Play video, it's basically Janet's audition for the role of Dorothy Dandridge in the Dorothy Dandridge biopic. Of course, that eventually went to Halle Berry, but Janet was absolutely trying to let those producers and directors know that, yes, I look good in black and white. Yes, I can, be this starlet, this chanteuse or whatever. And granted, she didn't get that role, but she had a few other good ones. So, I mean, all wasn't lost. But people, again, people prefer the album version. The album version and the Quiet Storm mix are both about 6.5 minutes long. The album version is a little slower tempo. It has a little bit more dramatic instrumentation to it. The Quiet Storm version sounds like your garden variety 90s Quiet Storm slow jam, which I like personally. And so this is my take. This is Chris Stevens' take, representing on the Groove Line, because this is me. This is my show. This is my baby. Everybody, you might feel differently, but I prefer the Quiet Storm mix of 24 Play over the album version. Probably because I saw the video first, and that was the version that got played on the radio for the Quiet Storm a lot. Regardless of the station, whether it was DAS, whether it was Power 99, was Kiss 101.7 out then? I think Kiss 101.7 was just getting started in 96, if I'm not mistaken. That's a local station here in Wilmington, Delaware. Rest in peace to Kiss 101.7. A college colleague of mine was a DJ there while she was in undergrad. Shouts out to Calais, Melly Mel, Tony Q. Sorry, I'm just having a flashback. I think Kiss 101.7 was, getting started in 96. I digress. But yeah. The 24 Play slow jam mix is the one I prefer. That's the one that is missing from my after hours playlist. Again, you never know what you get with these streaming services and these, the masters, the rights, the publishing, and all of that. It's a bunch of stuff up in the air, man. So that's one song that is missing from my my own personal Quiet Storm playlist, for should I ever meet someone who can stay the night. But the Quiet Storm version, that's my version. You may feel differently, but I still think the song itself, I mean, the lyrics don't change. I mean, the part that gets me is like when Janet is in the bridge when she says, "Tell me what you like. Should I do it once or twice?" Like, even as a 14-year-old, that kind of threw me for a loop, hearing a woman say that, because, in the tradition of R&B love making songs, it's usually the man who is soliciting instructions. Like, he's like, Bobby Brown, I'll never forget it. And if it ain't good enough for you, I work harder, that type of thing. It's just the way it is, because men have always, taken the lead in the bedroom. But now, and I think that probably sort of sets the stage for what Velvet Rope would become about a year or so later for Janet, was that she was kind of sort of toying with the ideas of, being, sort of a dominant figure, a top, if you will. Sorry if this is a little too non PG-13 for you non PG-13 folks out there. I'm sorry, but it's important we talk about this. So it felt like Janet was like, what do you like? Do you need a safe word? Do you need this? Do you need that? And if I do it the way you want it again? Hey, we all adults here. We're all adults here. We've all been down that road. Hopefully, I think we've all been down that road. I miss going down that road, to be quite honest with you. But anyway, yes, 24Play. 30 years ago today, released as a single, the last single from Design of a Decade, and it was the most poorly performing single of them all, probably because people couldn't decide which version was the better version, because people like the album version, people love the album version, and then there are people like myself, the outliers, who love the Quiet Storm mix, which was like the radio single. So this is where we open the floor up. What's your version? What's your flavor? Which one do you prefer? Do you like the album version of 24Play, or do you like the Quiet Storm mix of 24Play? We'd love to know what you think. And that's going to do it for this ride on the Groove Line. Greatly appreciate y'all as always. Contact information will be in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe, tap that notification bell so be notified of all the new videos that drop on this channel. And don't forget to like and comment on these videos, because as you know by now, your boy talks back in the comments. We usually have good conversations. So come on through. So thank you guys for riding with me on the Groove Line. And until the next time we ride, may you find the groove, or may the groove find you.